Aho to ye travellers, cometh young, cometh old. 'Tis adventure we seek for the meek and the bold. A knight and a wizard who drinks smashes sour have a magic crusade for you this questing hour.
Welcome, travelers! Welcome back to the Questing Hour podcast. Happy Thursday!
Happy Thursday! And since it's Thursday, you know what that means? We have a very special guest today.
Yes, we do.
But Maggie, do you see her anywhere?
We can't find her. Where is she?
Where is she? Well, let me summon her real quick. Yes, I got it. Spell coming. Alakazam, Noly, come to us now!
So good. Oh my gosh, so magical.
Hey, what's up, Woody?
Welcome to the Questing Hour. How you doing?
I'm doing lovely. Love to see y'all faces. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited.
I will say Noly has been expressing how excited she has been since I asked her like 2 months ago about this idea.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you feel that way.
Oh my gosh. I've been ready to go.
Oh
She was like, I would be honored to be on the podcast.
That's so sweet. Well, we are honored to have you. We are so honored to have you. So just like tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, things like that.
Okay. So I've been living last 3 years in Las Vegas, which has been a journey of its own.
I bet.
So, okay, let me start with a little basics. I'm 24. I'm an Aquarius. I was born and raised in Honduras, in Puerto Cortes. So I'm Afro-Latina. Both my parents are from the same place too. And I'm very proud of where I come from. I'm very proud of who I am. I'm very proud of the people I have around, like my beautiful Luna. And yeah, I'm just really happy to be here.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Perfect.
Yeah. So what is living in Las Vegas like? Because I've only ever visited for like a day.
Chaos. I don't live there and I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
Because it's always a time, like it's always a spontaneous, like I love to stay at home. I love to have a home base. So like it's good out here to just, a lot of people just stay to themselves, which is good, like the locals do. But if I have a spontaneous, like I want to go out somewhere at 2 a.m., there's open spots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can
That's
go
nice.
and have some fun. You know, I've seen a lot. The heat makes people do a lot of crazy things.
I can only imagine. Oh my god.
Dude, like, so, you know, and also I have like my few times where I have like my loved ones come into town, like Luna, like me. And we had us a time, dude. Like
Absolutely.
you know, it's times like that. I just go back into my job and then I come out. I'm like, party time.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Like the best of both worlds.
You get
That's
it.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's nice because like I feel like Las Vegas is known for kind of being like a busybody city. Like it's obviously known for its tourism, but like because it is known for all of that, it has to have so much going on at all times.
Right.
Like when I went to go visit Noly, like we were at the bar until 5 a.m.
Gosh.
We got
Open.
there, yeah, it was still, and they were kicking us out. They were like,
That's
go
crazy.
home.
Go home.
Go home. We gotta open like today.
That is
But
funny.
I wanted to invite Noly on the podcast because when I was there, I was only there for like 3-4 days, and the whole time, like the entire weekend, me and Alberta would not shut up. Like we were talking we got home from the bar at 5 and we stayed until like almost 8 talking.
Oh my god.
We didn't go to sleep.
That's incredible.
Yes.
I was like, Noly, you got some insights. You have the inspiration. We were talking about the universe and
Oh, that's what we need.
just like nonstop about everything. I was like, this is inspiring. You need
Yeah,
to be
that's
on
amazing.
this right now.
You put me onto the constellations. I won't shut up about that either now.
I forgot about that.
Put me
That's
on.
amazing.
I was telling her some of my like, astronomy stuff I learned in college.
Oh, nice. I love that.
But we do have some questions for you. Like we promised, we'll start off with the easier ones,
Mhm.
and then we'll dive into the deep talk questions.
Yeah, we just want to get you into that like fantasy, medieval, knights and
Mhm.
princesses mindset first. So
Set me
we'll ask
up.
some silly questions first.
So,
I'm ready.
speaking of knights and princesses, in a medieval world, close your eyes and picture it. Let us set the scene for you.
Mm.
There are mystical trees blowing in the wind, and in the far off distance, you hear the horns bellowing from the kingdom.
Woo, woo, woo.
And all the little creatures of the forest are cheering you on.
Yay, go Noly, go Noly.
Good.
And in this world, you are a knight, a wizard, a queen, or a gnome.
Ooh.
Who are you?
I want to be a knight.
As you
Good
should
answer.
be.
Good answer. I'm
Maggie
always a
is our
knight.
fellow knight.
Yeah, I'm always a knight. I love it. Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Next
I'm
question.
in it. I'm in it.
Yeah, you're good. In
She's in the zone.
this fantasy world we have created, you get to
Yes.
have a castle. Where is it and what does it look like? In as much detail as possible.
Okay. So, hold on. Let me process. This castle. Ooh, this castle is on an island.
Ooh.
Okay.
And this castle, it's very much so, it's structurally like you would see a castle that's in Ireland, like it looks out of place.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like, how the fuck I get here? But like, it's there. Like, how the fuck, you know? But it's very much so spacious on a spacious island that you have to get through a little bit of jungle to get to it.
Oh, I
Whoa.
love that. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah. We will be visiting, of course. Sounds beautiful.
Come through.
Yeah, I'll be
Have a
there.
little
Don't
beach
worry.
party.
We gotta go through the jungle first.
Yeah, we gotta cut through with the machete.
Yeah.
What's next?
Wait, I love that. That's a beautiful castle.
I
I
know,
never
I-
thought of a castle on an island either.
Right? I don't think I asked that question to so many people, and I don't
Not
think
a
I've ever
single
gotten a castle on an
person-
island. Yeah.
But I like to stay away, and then you come. I'll give you the machete. I'll give you the resources. But
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we can get there, but we have to work for it. That's valid.
I have to snatch,
Understandable.
Yeah, we gotta get there first.
Love it. Love it.
Mhm.
Okay. Since your castle is on an island, we'll follow up with our first question in being, how would you define adventure?
Ooh, within the world.
In general, in real life, in your own words, whatever.
Mhm.
Ooh.
When I say adventure, whatever comes to your mind.
Adventure would definitely be for me diving into the unknown. Just whatever that could be, something new, something, even if you've done it before, even like something that you've done before you're used to with new company or,
Ooh.
you know, under a new mindset or something like that. But adventure is it would be the unknown for me. Anytime you dive into that, anytime you're like, can I cuss on here, by the way?
Yeah. Don't say the B word.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah.
the only one.
That's the only one.
That's the only one that's like censored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm our
So-
local cusser here, so it's okay.
Yeah, it just adds the spice.
It does, yeah.
So, okay, so in this, it would be, you effing around and finding out, just to be safe. I'm gonna say like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like that because in a lot of contexts, like fuck around and find out is really like almost like a negative term,
Yeah.
but you're using it like a positive.
Like, let's
find
just see what
out.
happens.
Let's just
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah, I do love that.
let's go on this adventure. Like,
Right?
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I do like that.
That's a good example of like shifting your mindset truly.
Yeah, instead of being like,
Why not?
oh, I'm scared about what's gonna happen, being like, I'm excited for what's gonna happen because I don't know what it is yet. Yeah.
I be having to alchemize the anxiety into excitement often.
Oh yeah, that's one of my
Yeah.
big things.
Yeah.
So going off of that, because we all got anxiety here,
Yup.
like how do you shift your anxiety into excitement?
Okay. A big part of getting through that, it's moment to moment. Like sometimes I have no reason why I feel the way I feel, and that's okay. Like the biggest thing is be showing up for myself, because I will be embarrassed for myself for feeling the way I feel. Like if I get shaky, or if I don't want to talk, or if I stutter, hey, like I'm gonna let y'all know I'm nervous, bitch. Like,
I'll cut it out. I'll cut it out.
Huh?
I like, yeah. So it'll be basically admitting to myself, and if I'm safe, to others, hey, I'm nervous, or just being nice. Hey, I need to take a breather, or
Mhm.
I stuttered, and that's okay. But just actively is active homework. Just
Mhm.
hey, be nice, be nice.
Yeah, I love that. Just giving
Yeah.
yourself grace and letting yourself feel those things and not try to push it down. I think that's super important.
Because that's extra stuff. I'm already
Yeah.
feeling it. Why would I use it?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're worried about
No,
feeling it.
you just
Yeah.
feel worse.
Like, come on, let me dig out of this real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think doing that gets easier with time, the more that you kind of acknowledge those feelings and do the homework, as you said?
I would say I still have those moments. Like for now, I started up. I said, "Hey, I am a little shaky, a little nervous. I asked you if I could indulge before this."
Yeah. I told Maggie, I was like, just so you know, I said yes.
I
She's
get it.
indulging.
Yeah. She's indulging.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Right.
I appreciate that. Y'all make it safe here, okay?
I was like, she's not weird or crazy. She's just chilling.
Yeah. It's just like, hold on, let me get right with myself.
Yeah.
So there's moments like, I still get those jitters. I still get those moments. I still have some times where I will like fall into that moment of, hey, why am I feeling like this, and try to find the why. But I will say what gets better is my relationship with myself in those moments. So that helps a lot. Like it's the difference between having 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 anxiety and having a friend around, and having anxiety and having someone who don't like you around. It's just having those differences, and like, okay, I feel like that, but I'm gonna be okay. And that just helps me walk through those, because the shitty moments don't stop, but how I look at it can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The homework helps, it helps me pass the quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that since so I started taking medication for my anxiety, and it actually helps a lot. And it's seriously surprising. And I still have these moments where, even though on the medication I am kind of foggy a bit, I have these moments where I'm like, I know that if I wasn't on my medication right now, I can feel that I would be having an anxiety attack. But since going to therapy and actually learning to start being my own friend, basically my own safe space, I'm utilizing all these different things like deep breaths and all this other stuff, and
I
I'm
love that.
starting to feel comfortable with myself
Yeah.
in these times of anxiety, which is literally one of the biggest helps. It doesn't eliminate, but it definitely helps it pass quicker for sure.
I'm so proud of you, dude. Like,
Mhm.
I just, the journey of it all, seeing you right now, I just my cheeks will burst if I smile harder. Okay. It's just that's really what it's all about, is just having those moments pass a lot smoother. And I was about to ask y'all, I'm always open to new methods. I also want to know, Maggie, how you deal with it? What you got for me?
That's a great question. Well, I am also on medication for my anxiety, but I found that it doesn't get rid of it all the way. It just makes the physical symptoms lessen. So I can, instead of being swept up in it and be like, oh my God, my heart is racing, I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I'm terrified, into being like, this is just a feeling that I'm having, and kind of being able to step out of it and look at like, this is not real what's happening to me right now. It's just all in my head, and kind of being able to just slow down and realize what's happening to me, instead of just being like, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying.
Yeah, it's almost like as simple as like, instead of being like, I am an anxious person, to I'm a person experiencing anxiety.
Exactly, yeah.
And like,
That's
even
it.
just that shift
No.
with the medication alone.
Yeah, because it can become you. Like, that was all I was before I started like learning how to deal with it. I was just anxiety constantly, and then I was like me, who sometimes experienced anxiety, but knew how to deal with it and knew how to get past it and turn into me again. And it was so freeing. And once you take that first step into being like, I need to fix this, I need to change how I'm living so that I can be myself at the end of it, like, your whole world will change.
I love. I'm so proud of you too. Look at you.
Look at us.
I love it. Oh my God. No, because that's really it, is being able to have, like, that's what anxiety on its raw form robs us of, is being able to have that compartmentalizing moment of, okay,
Yeah.
because it's just, who turned the lights off? Like,
That's so true.
It's so loud, yeah.
What's happening?
No, because it's those moments that are precious to be able to pass and get through it. Can't go under it, can't go over it, gotta go through it. So,
For real.
and I'm proud of y'all because that's the homework for real. That's the homework.
Yeah.
Just being able to have in that space and being able to do like the research and take the time to open up to like the professionals who are able to, put your trust into them and have that medication there available, because that makes life easier. And that's all I want for y'all.
That's all I want for you.
You too.
This is like a girls' night.
I know, I love this.
Like a
Welcome to our girls'
sleepover.
night.
That's the vibes I bring to the party.
Yeah, for sure. You love it.
What were you gonna say, Maggie?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, so what would you say? Because obviously you've been through some shit. You've been around the block. You know what life's about. What would you say is the best advice you've ever received? Or what advice would you give to other people about not just anxiety, but experiencing life, like living life?
There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Say them all if that's what you want. You are free to say whatever you want.
Let's see. I'll definitely start, like, the biggest one, especially in this era of my life, is you can't give what you don't got. And basically, just to explain a little bit, is we're all, I will speak for myself. I was for a long time looking for that community, looking for those friends who, like, were already, set up and looking for that partner, looking for that, like, that ideal life, right? And immediately trying to find those hit it off friendships, hit it off relationships, connections in general. I would say that I was seeking out so much, but I was also not doing the work to be able to receive it and to be able to be reciprocal with it, that I got that piece of advice exactly when I needed to, because I was over here like, oh, I want a friend who has the patience. I want a friend who is emotionally available. I want, I want, but I wasn't giving that to myself, and I wasn't working on myself to have that established already. So I would definitely say, like, you can give only you give what you have. And if you don't have the patience, you are less likely to receive the patience. It's just a reflection of how you're experiencing life, the friends, the companions. Like, if you have beautiful friendships that are nice to your heart and that allow you to grow, that's because you're being nice to your heart and you're allowing yourself to grow, even if it's not conscious. So those little pieces, like, okay, my life ain't going as much as I want it to, but I have this friend here who's doing great, who is able to show up, and that means something is right. Let's keep doing this right thing and leaning onto this right like path. And just that's worked for me. So I kept it. I kept it. And I would say that to other people is the first friend you have is you. The first lover you have is you. The first, sometimes, well, a lot of the time we grow up and we end up having to parent ourselves. So sometimes we have to be the first grown up and do the things we gotta do. And it pays off. I promise it pays off. I will definitely tell people that too. That showing up and having an open heart space definitely pays off. Yeah.
That is really good advice.
That was literally so beautiful.
Yeah, I know, that was fantastic.
I was like,
oh, let me write that down.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
Thank you.
No, because that's so, it's like, you know, what you put out is what you get. If you want to receive kindness, then be kind to other people. It essentially is like, you know, universal karma. You know, whatever you put out into the world is what you're going to receive. What you manifest will come back to you, but you have to truly believe in what you're manifesting. Yeah. And, you know, put in the work to do the things towards that. Like, one of the things that we've talked about is earlier in starting the podcast was kind of looking at who you want to be as a person and start living like that ideal version of you. Like, if you want to be a nicer, more open, communicative person who has like friends and all this stuff, whatever you want in life, then you have to think about like, what would this version of myself do as routines in a daily life to strive towards those things. And the more you act and do and put those things out into the world, you will receive what you want out of the world.
That's it right there. It's I was starting with when I had started speaking with the we all, but I do want to mention that really quickly of there is a general concept where the next person wants love, but they're scared to love. And then they want love from this person who's also scared to love. So like it's just a bunch of stuff that we're not dealing with in ourselves and not being down for ourselves first. And it's making a bunch of mess. It has been making a bunch of mess.
So everyone's confused. No one knows what's happening.
Right.
Like, let's have the show for ourselves first. Be nice to ourselves first. Show up and bring that out there. And to the point where I will always say this, and you know, through and through, people are so kind. People are be so kind to me, and I am so thankful every time. And I will go ahead and now always go all in outside. And obviously, there's those moments where people are not kind, of course, but it goes to a point where that kindness is overflowing those little moments so much that I know that that's them in their path. And it's not, hey, I went out of my way to do something to you, or if I did, please let me know and I will improve upon it. But I will be like those moments where it just overflows the good stuff, the shitty stuff is flushed away. So it has to start somewhere for sure. And it's so.
I love that.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
That was really good.
You're so well spoken, Noly.
I know.
English.
You could literally be a motivational speaker. I would listen to you talk all day.
We'll be there.
You know, be yapping.
No, be yapping.
We do be yapping though. So, okay, next question would be, what do you think is the importance of people living their best lives? Kind of reaching, because you can't control people, but why do you think it's important that people should strive for whatever their best life is.
My goodness, it's of the motherfucking essence. Okay. And this, I have my times where I really will sit down with myself and be like, all right, let me check in with myself and see what I need to do, you know?
Mhm.
But like I said, it starts with self, the whole shebang. But living your best life is absolutely important because think about it. Start with one single person. They didn't appreciate their own time, were not appreciated, and they were not able to have and develop boundaries, never got to develop boundaries. So they accepted low quality and low value relationships and connections in their life, which lowered their self-esteem. So they're more likely to treat someone else wrong. And then that spreads. And a lot of the time, that is guided, I'm really, really very passionate about protect the kids, okay? Because they have no fault. Because that's really where it starts. If you just shame somebody and they go ahead and that person with low self-esteem who has not worked on themselves, who has not seen their value in their life, goes ahead and has a kid and or has nieces and nephews and they talk mean stuff or they talk low vibrational stuff around the kid, and then that sticks and then boom, it continues and continues. So not only are you sabotaging your life by not living yourself to your true value, to your true amazing beautiful life, you end up hurting yourself and others. No matter what, you can be, unless you are surrounded by nobody else, you are going to affect somebody else too. So I mean, with me, I grew up with the people pleasing stuff. So I really was like, damn, if I'm hurting somebody else,
Shit, what am I supposed to do?
No.
My whole world is collapsing.
Right. So really, those boundaries, that prioritization of self, like, hey, this is a limit for me, and I'm okay with this being done where it's at because I won't sabotage myself and I won't live a false life, to please somebody else or to fake it for somebody else. Because I end up being some, shifts in how you treat people and how you treat yourself.
Yeah, I love that. I think people forget how much you affect the people around you, especially when it comes to like children. Like the way you grow up as an adult is an exact like result of how your parents raised you. And so you can either fill them with kindness and joy and like optimism or the opposite. And like it's same with like your best friends, your partner, the people you spend most of your time with. You're constantly pouring into each other and feeding off of each other. And it could be a good thing or it could be a terrible thing. And you need to decide what you're going to put into them and also decide if you want to accept what they're putting into you.
The boundaries,
Yep.
the whole starting with self, it all goes together.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, would I accept this? And sometimes, like when I mean to myself, I'll be like, would I say this to my friend? Like all that goes with each other. Just how you treat yourself. The whole golden rule. The golden rule is going like always go number one for me.
Yeah.
Treat others how you want to be treated. Treat yourself how you would treat others. Meaning, if you have that people pleasing trait like I'm working on, hey, treat others how you treat others. How you so nice. How you forget to do what you gotta do. Okay, treat yourself for that for 1 second.
Yeah. Like you're also a person. Maybe you should please yourself too.
Please me.
Please me.
Come on.
Yeah. I think there was something that you said where you were like, if I am nice to somebody who ends up just kind of being mean to me, some people would take that as a reflection of who they are. But if you are focusing on yourself and are working on yourself and you realize that that is not a reflection of you, but of them and their own lives and what they're going through. And that's why things like boundaries are so important, because like, do I deserve to be treated this way just because, they're going through something? Or like, did I actually do something to deserve to be treated this way? And then it's like, becomes a matter of, reflecting on your own actions versus reflecting on is this something that they're going through that I can't change and should not affect me? Or is there something I can change because I am part of the problem?
Yeah.
Hey, it's the compartmentalized thing. Hey, because
Yep.
we become, like, for me, with the whole people pleasing thing, I definitely was, okay, it was a hard pill to swallow when I realized for me in my path that people pleasing came out of my ego. So, quick little thing, trying to fix and show up and do these things that maybe that person might not even do for themselves. For example, in this scenario, somebody being mean, if I'm trying to see how I can fix when there was nothing that I did wrong or something of the sort, I'll end up lowering my self-esteem for no reason. It doesn't save anybody. It didn't do anything. It's just, even if I say, because I used to be a sorry, sorry, sorry person, I would say sorry, sorry, sorry for everything.
Yeah.
And so I would just go ahead and be like, oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. Like if they'll build up, who, for what? For what?
Yeah.
So this person just got enabled in their bad behavior, to, even if when I do something wrong, hey, you can converse with me and we can work on that. But if you're yelling at me, being mean for no reason, that is not solving the issue. So
Yeah.
even then, I'm not gonna allow you to treat me that way, because that's not solving anything either, you know? So having that is just being the friend first of self, like, okay, that's something that is different. This is going with the self-esteem and knowing that you're doing your best. And the assumption stuff gotta go out the window, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Preach.
Yup.
So you've been in Vegas for what, 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
so where you are with like your life and like physically, but also emotionally, where would you say you are? Like, have you heard of the hero's journey?
Oh, no. Put me
Okay.
on.
Okay, this is something that we all probably touched on in school, but
Yeah. It's like
our
a
viewers
literary
know it.
device. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a literary
Or, like-
device to explain like the progression of the hero going through a story, basically. And so we have the hero in the ordinary world, and this hero gets this call to adventure to go into the unknown, but he refuses the call. And a mentor will show up and be like, hey, you should answer this call. I know all about the unknown. You can come with me. And so our hero will cross the threshold and go into this unknown world. And in this unknown world, he'll go through, these trials and tests and tribulations of conflict where he meets allies, he meets his enemies. And all of this is leading up to the approach, which is like the climax in the story right before our main ordeal, our main action. And once that conflict is through, the hero will get his reward and he'll go back to home, back to the ordinary world with everything that he's learned from his whole adventure. So, based on those ideas, where would you say you are in your hero's journey?
Ooh. In this stage, I'm getting the call to the unknown once more.
Oh, I love it!
I love it.
Okay, so we talk about this being a whole cycle. So of course, once you go back to your ordinary, you of course can get another
again,
call.
yeah.
So I love that you're in
That's
the
so exciting.
beginning of your cycle because you've moved to Vegas. You've kind of already crossed that threshold and learned and got the reward of living there. And now you're like starting over with this life that you've set yourself up in. I love it.
That is awesome.
Wait, that's so exciting. I can't wait to see what adventures you go on.
Thank you so much. That's such a fun question.
Right?
It
It's
is a good
interesting
one.
to think about because it It's just fun to think of your life almost in like a magical way because it
Right.
can apply to real life in so many ways.
Yeah.
But like being like, I'm just waiting for an adventure. Like instead of
Right.
waiting for the other shoe to drop, I'm just waiting for something
The
fun
next
to happen.
adventure, yeah.
The next adventure is on the horizon.
That's really it.
Yeah.
I've had my I'm established here and I do love it here. My energy works with this city very well, where it's just very hustle and bustle, but I can mind my business. And I definitely say, where the things are happening right now, it's making sense it's calm. But that's just the calm that I've sensed before. Like I'm down, what you said, it's a cycle. So
Yeah.
I love it.
That is
Wait.
awesome.
What about y'all though?
Us.
Me? Little me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say I'm in the unknown right now. So I've already crossed that threshold, but I'm still in my tests and allies and enemies. There's a cycle of the hero's journey within this unknown phase called the darkest night of the soul.
No.
And I would say I'm still there because I told you what happened in January, right, Noly?
Yeah,
Okay,
baby.
so that happened all in January, and kind of since then, this 6 months has been like shithole after shithole after shithole. And I'm like, it's okay, the universe is testing me. I just need to stick it through until the other side, and I will get what's coming to me.
Yeah.
So I'm still feeling it. I feel like I'm slowly coming out of it, but I feel like I'll be here for a while. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll get through it.
And you've done it before, and you do it again if you need to. And you're gonna
Exactly.
do it better.
Right.
You're gonna find the resources to do it better, easier next time, and that's life. You guys.
Exactly.
Yep. I love that.
Where are you, Maggie?
Yeah, Phil.
I was thinking, I think I am on the return of my hero's journey. So we're like all in like different little
I love
sections
it.
of
I'm
it.
like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
So the return is you've gone through your ordeal, you've had your dark night of the soul, you're coming all the way back, and you're returning back to the ordinary world with what you have learned on your quest. And you kind of get to reconcile your new knowledge with the old world that you've always been a part of. So I've, done a lot of growing and learning, and a lot of crazy things have happened this year. And right now I'm kind of just like, oh, I'm processing all of those emotions, all of those things that I've been through, and feel like I'm at a point where I can actually learn from them and move forward finally. So I'm like taking all those things. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for a new adventure now.
Yes, ma'am.
You reap the reward. You earned that.
You earned it.
Yeah, I'm like done fighting. I'm like finally putting my sword down and like I can rest.
Yes. I love it. Wow, I love that we're all on like different points of our journey.
I know, it's so cool, and we get to do them all together, which is the best part. That we get to support each other on our quests.
I love. It's
know.
always
Oh,
like,
gosh.
hey, when you get to this part, just know I was at that part, and I could put you onto this thing right here.
Right?
Yes.
I love it.
Beautiful. You'll have to tell us what your adventure is, Noly, when it comes to you.
Yeah, please do. We'll bring you back on and you can talk about it.
Yeah.
So what
Be
happened?
like, okay, Noly, welcome back.
Yep.
Tell us everything. Love
my
it.
God. You know, the way I was over here, like, when should I put my chapstick out? My lips is dry from
I know. Too much
We'll take a
freaking.
chapstick
Normally
break.
I have water, but I don't have any, so I'm like, please. We really just don't stop, honestly.
we don't.
Bad for
Yes.
us.
And then we stop recording and we talk for like
And
another
we
full
still
hour.
talk
Yeah.
for another whole hour.
There's stuff to talk about.
Party don't stop, y'all.
We got
This
too much to
isn't just
say.
for the cameras. We
No.
stay rolling.
So what happened next?
Yeah, so like I would say my darkest night actually, Noly, kind of started after I came back from Vegas. Yeah. So when I came back from Vegas, I was really like bagging on myself because I was like, there were some times where I felt like I had let my anxiety get in the way of, having a good time, basically. And I was it feels like shit. And so I was bagging on myself and I got COVID immediately after.
Oh, that's awful.
So I was bedridden with my horrible thoughts about myself.
Just stewing.
Just stewing in my self-hatred. And once COVID was over, my anxiety skyrocketed. And I was like on the verge of I feel like I was about to start hallucinating because I had hyper-paranoia. And I was like freaking out at everything that was happening to me. And then everything happened, at the beginning of this year, and it just kept going. Thankfully, my medications have stopped my paranoia. But I'm like, I have to go back to Vegas and do it again.
Yes.
Vegas 2.0 the right
I guess
way.
I have to come too.
And then you have to come, Maggie.
Hey,
I'll be there.
Oh my gosh, wait, that would be so fun.
That would actually be incredible. Yeah.
Come on. You gotta be like, all right, we're here till 9 a.m. All right. Yes.
Yes, literally.
So all the bars here close at 2 a.m. So I have to go home. It's so sad.
Like whenever I go visit Maggie, and even when we were in college, a lot of them used to, and they still close at 2 or 3 a.m. and they're like, get out, stop.
No, I want to keep dancing.
I'm late. You're not. Don't turn down my butt.
Yeah, literally. So we'll have to go to Vegas and do it right.
Yeah.
Yes. Come through, with mi casa, tu casa.
So sweet.
You do
it's so crazy, Maggie, because when we were driving around, it's so weird being in like a valley, you're in the middle, and it looks fake. It looks like a movie background.
Yeah.
It looks so painted on. It's the craziest, most beautiful looking thing ever.
Yeah.
I can't imagine living there personally, but because it's not a walkable town, unfortunately, but it is really beautiful. It definitely is worth it. And the food, we need to do a food tour.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Literally, I have a whole guide's list on my
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's what we gotta do.
I told myself to go once a month, try something new, but going by myself, people talk to me too much. I'm like,
oh, no.
You're you have such great energy, and you're like, no.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
come with me, please.
Sometimes good energy is a curse and a blessing.
They just want to keep chatting. Yeah.
They just want to keep talking to you.
Quality, okay.
That's so funny. But yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta plan a trip.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
I know.
I also wanted to touch on when you went back home. For a lack of a better term, do you feel like that was a tower, a push tower moment situation, or how did you feel at the time? How was that going on? When you went back home, because we didn't really get to talk because you were sick.
Yeah, imagine more like a Jenga tower.
Ooh.
It's not an actual tower. It's just made up of a bunch of pieces. And when I came back, it felt like some of the pieces were missing. Because part of me going to Vegas was to kind of take a jump in an opportunity for my streaming. And when I went to the center, I didn't put myself out there as much as I wanted to. And I know that I can put myself out there. But I was so nervous and anxious and being in the moment that I ended up talking to no people. And I afterwards, even right after the convention, I kind of felt off-putted by it, but I didn't really get to sit in it because we were having fun and talking and partying. And so when I got home on the plane, it kind of hit me a little bit. So I was disappointed with myself. And then when I got COVID, it was more of those pieces fell out because my brain had the opportunity to attack me on everying. Oh, you should have got your booster. Oh, you didn't do this. Oh, you did this, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, come on. Like, yeah, so it definitely felt like it started off as the Jenga tower, taking the pieces out, and then it felt like someone just like threw the blocks off a cliff. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm just retrieving them out of the water and slowly
One by one, putting them back.
One by one, putting
Yep.
them back on.
Hey, honestly, they jumped in the water, so they might be crystallized and cute and pretty now. So
Have
Yeah,
a
they're gonna be
beautiful
cute.
Jenga. Yeah, they're gonna be new and improved.
They'll be better.
Nice and
Yeah.
shiny.
pretty.
Yeah.
How you get it? Girl, you don't want to know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what it took to make this. But yeah, I think that's just one of the examples, because like I've lived with anxiety pretty much my entire life, and I think that was just like the last straw of how much anxiety I could handle, you know, before it started to be too much and unbearable. And it was hard to explain to other people, because I feel like maybe on the surface it didn't look as bad, but it was really a struggle to do everything functioning like a person. And that's why I was like, all right, I have to get on medication. I'm like, I need help with this. Like, I literally cannot. And
Like-
that's okay. But if I didn't know myself and my anxiety well enough, then I feel like it would have been harder to identify when I actually needed help. But I do know myself, and I do know my anxiety. So yeah, it was just a necessary thing. But I'm way better now. I am
Good.
emotionally better. My confidence is way better. I feel so good. I swear, Noly, next time you see me, I'm like a different person.
Come through.
I love it. I love
Hey, okay.
it.
So yeah, it feels really nice. But enough about me. You're the guest.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Hey, I want to know what you too. Don't. Oh my God, you're being greedy with it.
But
like you doing the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really it. Went through that night, got to the next day, and that's really what it's about.
mm-hmm.
You're coming out of better B.
Yes,
So
you are. Yes,
true.
you are.
So true. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, my headphone is broken.
Oh no!
It's falling off my ear. It's okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all right. But yeah, so Noly, on our podcast, we give our viewers quests to go on, like little adventures of their own. You know, they could be fun, silly, random, or they could be more serious. We want you to give our viewers a quest from you.
Ooh. Okay. So I did a little homework because, of course, you know, I watched the podcast.
Oh, look at you.
She's like,
Look
gotta
at
do
you.
her research.
I love it. I love it.
So, should I do I do the walking through? Should I do a regular walking through, or should I just give a prompt? Do I
Whatever
choose?
you want,
What do you
babes.
want to do? Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. All right. So you have woken up. You don't know.
Closing my eyes to picture it.
Yes. Please close your eyes. Picture. You wake up. You are outside. You have realized that it is geographically very grassy in a rainforest. You're looking around. It is raining. You don't know what's going on. You hear something in the river calling your name. First and foremost, are you either a knight or a princess, or just a guardian of no specific title, or job. You pick that first. You hear your name being called in the river.
Okay.
You go, you talk to the river. The river speaks back because it's a river spirit.
Magic River.
I love it.
Uh-huh. They tell you you have been brought here for a reason. You have to go and save Mother Gaia.
Oh.
So, your first choice would be, do you accept or decline? And then, from there, would you go ahead and follow the river spirit down further into the rainforest? Or turn around as the river spirit tells you exactly where the exit is? Do I continue or do I let people play, play with that?
I feel like we should make a video game out of that.
I know, right?
That
I want to be there. I want to be there.
I want to be there right now.
I love that so much.
Okay, y'all. While you think of Noly's story, I definitely encourage you to put yourself in that knightly princess or guardian mindset and try to live your day as though you are that character. Put yourself in the story and live your day through that character.
Yeah, and as that river spirit is talking to you throughout the day, think, am I gonna follow it or am I gonna run and hide?
Yeah,
I think I'm so good.
Wait, I love the way you did that. That was beautiful.
So good.
We gotta start doing it like that, Maggie.
I know, it's so dramatic.
I love.
That was so
Y'all let me be dramatic, and I love that.
Oh, anytime.
Always.
Yeah, we love the drama.
We live for it. That was so good.
Make it be lit.
Alrighty, Noly. Oh, last question. This is just a vetted question that we forgot to ask, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So our podcast is very medieval themed, okay? Do you know anything about medieval times? Or when I say medieval, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Music.
Music.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't know much. I have, I look at your content and I do love and you put me on, okay? I get to I love me a fantasy world, but the biggest thing above language for me is music. So I would definitely say, okay, let me make a confession. I do get me the medieval remixes on Spotify.
Yeah, like the bard music.
Those.
Yes!
I love them.
I listen to those all the time.
I eat them up.
Just like, yeah, this right here, this is something right here. So I would say it's just a unique time to it. It's just, you can place it. And I do love the music. I would be a bard.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
With the storytelling and everything, you're definitely a bard.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
That's
I love
incredible.
that.
Yeah.
Perfect answer.
Thank you. Oh, stop it.
Alrighty, Noly, we are coming to the end of our episode. Is there anything else you would like to tell the people? Anything about you? Anything about whatever you want to say as your farewells?
Thank you so much for having me here. Like, I had me a blast. Like,
of course.
I don't know the date. I don't know the time. I was right here.
We're just a bunch of souls vibing it out together.
It's been 10 hours.
Days.
I really just, I am thankful for any moment that I am allowed to be myself and safe. So, and I'm thankful that you guys are here in my life too. So, for the peoples, I would definitely say be nice to yourself, be nice to others. It may seem obvious or it may seem not worth the while, but I promise it adds up. It adds up for your heart and the heart of people around you. So take it into consideration, learn your lessons, and apply them, people. And you're beautiful. Okay. Say it to yourself in the mirror.
Say it to yourself now. Yeah, I appreciate you being so willing to do this because you are one of the most kind, free-spirited people I've ever met, and I really respect you and your mindset a lot. When they say surround yourself with good people, like you and Maggie and my friend Ori are like the people that I picture of surrounding myself with the best kind of people. And I appreciate that very much so. I was telling Maggie, I was like, yeah, Noly was telling me about the first time she went raving and
Yeah.
telling me that crazy story.
That's so great.
I was like, I really wish I could do that.
Oh, you gotta run it back to Las Vegas, Maggie. Coming through.
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
A shameless time, okay?
Shameless.
Shameless time. Yeah. I'm in.
Coming through. And let me let you know some too. Whenever like I definitely did this drug last time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I was out with the peoples and we were closer to the mountains at the edge and we were able to see a little bit more of the stars. And the way I was bragging about you, like, Ari put me on. She put me on to the stars.
I love it. Oh my god.
So that's like truly just awesome people in my life, and I'm so happy to add Maggie to it too.
Yeah, it was so great to meet you.
The vibes are awesome. So I definitely I brag about you, and I'm thankful that you're in my life. So keep it going. I'm proud of you.
That's so sweet.
Alrighty, travelers, you have your quest, and that is to save Mother Gaia. Live your day out as your knightly self, your princess self, or your guardian self. What does that look like to you? The same way Maggie psychoanalyzes people based on their castles, we want you to do that to yourself.
Yeah. Your decisions in this story mean everything to me. Please let me know. Please let me know how you live this day. Yeah.
On all of our socials, Maggie.
Oh, our socials. We have TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Tumblr. We have everything. You can find us at Questing HR Podcast, and on Twitter, it's just Questing Hour. And if you want to listen to more episodes like this one, we post on Mondays and Thursdays on Spotify and YouTube, so you can see our beautiful faces.
Of course, and wherever your journey takes you, be sure to share it with our hashtag MyQuestingHour on any of the socials, because I know all of us would love to hear your stories and see your adventures.
I will be looking those up.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we need to know how you live this day. I need to know.
I know, please. But alrighty, travelers, farewell and good luck.
Farewell.